Hi guys, so today I'll be teaching you how to measure out pleats so that they come out even and looking neat. So if this is what you want to learn, then this video is for you. I measured out 1 inch all through the lower parts of this paper, and I'll be doing the same for the upper part. Then I'm going to connect the points together as making a straight line all through to the end that I have measured out. See the way my tape is placed, and see the way I'm marking ½ inch that's in between the 1 inch that I have measured. I didn't mark the ½ inch all through the 1 inch. Let's assume the lines are labeled A, B, A, B. So I'm going to skip all of A, and then I'm going to divide B into 2. So that's the blue line you're seeing. So all of B have been divided into 2. And I'll just go ahead and fold these pleats. You can see the way I'm doing this. The parts that I did not mark with blue lines, I will not fold that part, that area at all. So the blue line is just to let you understand that that inner part should be folded. That is why I marked that place so you understand. That means you have to skip all of A and fold only B, ensuring that the line of A is laying directly over the line of B. Next, I'll be explaining another method. The first one, the plates will be scanty, but this one I'll be adding little volume to it. That's why I used 1 inch, then 2 inches, 1 inch, then 2 inches. Unlike the first one where I measured 1 inch all through. You can see the way it looks. That is, the first pattern is totally different from this one that I'm doing now. So that is why you have to pay close attention to what I'm doing. I'm just marking the B part the way I marked the first one that I explained, just ensuring that we get the middle point of B. Yes, so you don't necessarily need to include these lines. Just ensure that this first line is laying directly on the next line. You skip the 1 inch and then you fold the B line. That's just all you need to do. So just follow through, watch the way I'm doing this one, and practice yours. You discover that you get the same result as mine. So just ensure you are folding and allowing the line to lay on the next one. You skip this one, you move to the next line. So it's just like you skip the first line, you fold the next one. You skip the first line, you fold the next one. So that's just how it's done. So I'm just trying to show you guys the difference in the illustration that I have just made. Look at the first one here. This first one is wider, and I actually made use of the same length of paper for these two examples, and while the second one looks smaller, but it's going to give you a fuller volume of pleats than the first one. If you look at this one that I'm holding, that is the second one I just explained, you realize that they are resting on the line. That's the folds are resting directly on the line. While the first one that I explained, they are apart, the folds are apart. So the first one is going to give you a scanty pleat. The second one is going to add more volume to your clothes. So you're going to use more fabric for if you're using the second pattern, you'll be using more fabric than the first one. So I'll be showing you how to measure out pleats that overlap one another. Okay, these two that I've just explained will not lap over another, so that is what I'll be doing next. So I'm just measuring out my necessary measurements. The first one 1 inch, then I took out 3 for the fold, 1 inch, then 3 for the fold, and I've done that at the lower end. I'll be doing the same at the upper side. Just so you know, I'm using 1 inch for the outer layer, which is A, just so that this will be clear to you. You don't necessarily need to use 1 inch. You can make it wider or you can make it smaller, so it depends on your preference, as well as the inner fold too. You can also make the inner fold bigger, you can also make it smaller. So I'm just using 1 inch for all of this. That's for the outer layer, just so that you can understand better, and when you want to do yours, you can just go ahead and alter it however you want. Remember, I took 1 inch all through for the first one. The second one, A, I took just 1 inch. B, which is the inner layer, I took 2 inches. Then this one I took 1 for the outer layer. The inner layer, which is B, I took out 3 inches. So on fold, it's going to be 1.5. That's what I'm doing. It's going to be 1.5 there, but I won't divide the other part, so you just realize it's not really necessary to mark out that blue line. Just ensure this red is laying on the other red line. You fold first one, you skip this one, now you fold the next one. So this is how so just fold all through and we'll move to the next phase. The next phase is where I will show you how you can transfer this to your fabric. Mind you, you can just go ahead and do your markings directly on your fabric. You can make use of chalk or whatever stuff you use for your markings. You can just go ahead and do it directly on your fabric, so it won't take your time. But if you're using materials like chiffon, materials like that, you may want to opt for paper like this, so that everything will come out looking even and neat. I'm just going to go ahead and lay out the 3 patterns that I have made to show you their difference. And if you look at the third one, you also agree with me that the third one is smaller in size but fuller in volume. Look at it. I'm just placing a mark at the back, so you see that these 2 folds are actually lapping. The first one is sitting on the line, but the back one goes beyond the line, lapping the outer fold. So this is going to take extra fabric when you want to use this pattern, unlike the other 2 that I've made that I illustrated on. So depending on how full you want your clothes, so that is what you should opt for. So I'm just going to transfer this pleats to my fabric. So this is it, laying it out. You just want to use your pin to hold it down. Using pins to hold down this fabric to the paper is going to give this an extra hold, so by the time you fold along the folded edges of the paper, it would not move. Okay, so you just ensure that the folded part of the fabric aligns with the folded part of the paper. Once that is done, you just use your pin to hold them in place. You pin all together, then once you are done with that, just go ahead and iron everything out. Please, I'd like you to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share this video, and do turn on your notification bell to receive videos on time whenever I post new videos. And don't forget I added my seam allowance to this one, so I'm just trying to adjust my pin upward so I can fold it when I go to iron the fabric. So that's just what I'm doing here. You can add more to your seam allowance. This one that I explained here is just like a guide for you, so that when you are doing your own, you won't get confused. Here is our fabric all ironed out with the paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out the pins. Once I take out all the pins, then I'm going to separate the fabric from the paper, and then you will see what it looks like. So while separating the paper from the fabric, you want to be gentle about it so you don't tear the paper. You can keep it for another project. You can see the way it looks, very beautiful, neat and even. So you can just go ahead and make yours using my own method, or you can alter the measurements that I have given.